Hello, hello, and welcome to my live. Coming to you live from Brisbane, actually. You can probably tell I'm a bit red in the face. I've literally just got home. So I said I'd be live in a few hours. I couldn't actually specify how long that would be. Since I last used Brisbane public transport, they've moved some bus stops, so that was nice of them. I've basically been setting up for the Brisbane MBS. That's why I'm in Brisbane. It's starting tomorrow, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 6 and Sunday 9 to 5. So that's Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival. I'm at B13. I'm doing readings. I am the only one on my stand. So I'm doing 20-minute readings or 40-minute readings. And you can pre-book on my Calendly link. So www.calendly.com/Psychic Rhonda Kelly. That's how you can book with me in general, or for the Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's nice to be back in Brisbane. I've lived here before. Here, of course, in January for the Comedians versus Psychics crossing over. So that was amazing. First time, thought of this about 3 years ago. Met a comedian that I liked. So we've collaborated for the first time in January. So 2 sold out shows. Now we're bringing this to Sydney. So for anyone in Sydney on May the 10th, and it's the 10th, 14th, 15th, I believe. I've got 3 shows. So they're nice and early. It's sort of 6:15, 5:15, so 90-minute time slot. And the tickets for those shows are only $35. So if you were to go and have a platform with Florence or Ben or myself, a few different mediums, it would be double that. So it's a pretty good price for the Sydney Comedy Festival. I've got a Facebook event page, Comedians versus Psychics crossing over, and I've actually invited Florence King, my friend Florence, to be a part of that. So I just thought that was, she's got a great energy on stage. She's interactive, she's fun, talking to people, and an amazing medium as well. So I've invited Florence to be a part of that, and there'll be 3 comedians that I worked with in Brisbane. So that's a part of the Sydney Comedy Festival, Sydney Psychics and Comedians crossing over. I believe it's the first time ever that there's been a collaboration like that. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I like to, break new ground and try that. So yeah, that's what I've got in May in Sydney. Brisbane this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Mind Body Spirit Festival. Then I've got the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. So that's the Thursday the 19th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 19th to the 22nd of March in Sydney. So Brisbane this weekend, I'm at B13 on my own. In Sydney, I'm at D04. And I'm sharing with Tinkerbell. So she's an amazing psychic and medium and animal communicator as well. It's quite funny now that I've been doing animal communication for years, but now that I've announced, I list it as a separate thing that I do, there's other people doing the same. So I'm always the one that does things first and then people copy. So I know I'm doing something right. People are copying. So that's what I've got coming up. And then April the 12th, I'll be in Echuca in Victoria. So that's north western Victoria. Love Echuca. It's part of the Three Sisters spiritual community, and they raise money for prosthetic limbs. So they've got a charitable, a social aspect to that as well. So I haven't met the lady. I've spoken to her, and I love her energy. So happy to be a part of that. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just looking at some of the comments. I'm not doing cards. I will do readings, and that's just if I'm getting something for you. And like I started, I couldn't guarantee the exact time I was going to go live tonight because it depended on getting home, and that was that just happened when it did. But yeah, thank you, Sarah. I'm well, thank you. I hope you guys are well. I just wanted to I don't want to say a name. I've got a friend that watches my live sometimes. if you're watching or you do watch this, I just want to say deepest condolences of the loss of your father. So, if we can all just say a prayer and a blessing for his transition and for that family, that would be amazing. And I've also found out that another client has been in hospital or has had surgery, and someone else is in hospital. So it's just a bit of a things happen, and medical, like any psychic reading, I'm not giving medical advice. I do pick up on things intuitively related to the body, but you then take that information and speak to your doctor. So you get medical advice. For much the same thing, if I pick up on a legal issue or financial issue, you need to speak to a lawyer or financial advisor. So we're not giving medical advice. And it's interesting, I did have one friend I spoke to recently said, and it's funny, those three people I was thinking about yesterday, and obviously I'm just busy and I'm, like setting up today for the MBS, I think I made about 5 trips because I was catching a bus and I thought, well, I'm not going to carry all of it. I just do little one things, and that's fine. And I had to go and get keys for something else. So there's a few little errands, and so I've been busy and I don't sort of have time to like stop and call people when things are going on, but I do feel it. And I had one of them say, you must feel overwhelmed when you're picking up on someone's grief or someone's energy when they're unwell. Well, I can switch it off. I don't, every reading I do, if I took that with me, I'd be rocking in a corner. So you've got to be able to control your energy. I've come across readers, not very many, but when ones that say, don't wear black, or don't do this, or don't do that, or don't hug me, don't touch me. I'm not like that. You've got to be able to control it. So, but that's not to say that I don't send prayers and blessings to people, but that's usually when it's in my downtime. So I just want to sort of say that because, I'm very sort of analytical and still scientifically minded, and sometimes when I talk to people, they just seem a bit perplexed that I'm not airy-fairy kind of thing. And, that's not to say that anyone who's airy-fairy is not a good reader, but we all have our own lives as well. So just be mindful of that. Just because we're not expressing something doesn't mean that as psychics or mediums we're not feeling it. So I hope that makes sense. But the people that have had recent health issues and had family with health issues and family who have passed, I send you my blessings and my prayers. And just be kind to yourself, look after yourself. And if you know anyone going through that, be kind as well. And even if you just say, how are you? There's nothing wrong with saying that if you don't know what to say. Thank you so much, Morgan. Sending well wishes and warm hugs. Thank you. All right, so I'll have a look at some readings. I'm wearing my different glasses and I'm seeing differently. It's just funny. Okay. Jocelyn, hi. What do you see coming through for me, please? Thank you kindly. Jocelyn, there's a need for reflection and reconnection, I feel. There's sort of not that there's an energy of something needs to be finalized or finished, but there's almost a bit of playfulness and joy with that, with reconnecting with things. And it's almost like it's every 2 to 3 months this year there's going to be a reconnection or that. I don't know whether you've got some decade birthdays or you've got people visiting or you're visiting. It's just a reconnection, but it feels really nice. And I don't know who in your family is writing short stories or asking, like, or want to record voices or something. It might be that she asks it and she's a bit anxious and she sounds a bit strange, but I feel let her do it because she's going to give you a copy of that book I feel that she's writing, which is beautiful. Also, Jocelyn, there's something just weird going around at work around people. and I feel just let them do their thing. Don't be involved in it, kind of thing. And you're getting a bit of a weird smell when that's around. If you smells like it's a bit musty or something, it's like a staleness of the energy, but steer clear of it, is what I'm getting. Thank you, Jocelyn. And let me know where you're watching from as well. Thanks, Jocelyn. Oh, your daughter's doing your writing. She's 6. Oh, beautiful. I love that. Is she actually tape recording as well, though, Jocelyn? Because I feel like that will help her, because she worries that she misses things. But like, she's wanting to get a family story and make it into a fictional thing, but it's going to be really creative. But I do also feel like there's someone older as well, like someone either on your level or just a little bit younger. I'm just having a look. Beautiful, but thank you for that, confirming that, Jocelyn. All right, Diane Tummers, Christy Williams. Just got a sore back, tuning into your energy. Just feeling a bit achy and a little bit, not short of breath, but just a bit sort of run down kind of thing. I just want to, I'm just craving vitamin C, like I want you to drink. Keep your vitamins up, is what I'm getting with that. It's interesting. I've got energy in my throat chakra, but I feel like that whenever I get this feeling, it's like you need to speak up, but I feel like you actually speak really well. But I don't know. And it's between one person, but there's someone else connected as well. So I don't know whether someone around you is having troubles communicating with someone and you're not sure whether to say anything. I want to say, if you're going to say something, say it to them at the same time. So what I'm getting. Sorry, I know that's a bit of a strange reading because it's about a bit of a conflict or something. But yeah, that's what I'm getting with that, Diane. Thank you, Jocelyn. Oh, thank you for sharing as well. Hi, Jessica. How you going? Hugs. Just rewatch the start of it if you can. I don't know how far in we are, but all right. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting to. And something about what's not being said, but some things could be said a lot better to clear the air, is what I'm getting. All right. Okay, Kathy Reed Williams. Kathy Reed Williams. Because I think I've got 2 Kathys. Liked and shares. Any messages from your mum? You missing it? Yeah, of course you are. Well, your mum's got a lot to say, actually. Your mum's anxious about, like, letting a house go. Which is strange because I don't feel like you're planning to move. I'm not getting that, but I feel like this concerns you. She's concerned about letting the house go. So if that's not your house, do you know anything about the house that she lived in? And I want to say the last 5 to 7 years of her life, there's anxiety about the house or what's happening inside that house. She's not liking that. And it's kind of like for you to have a look at that and just get, or see what's going on, but just get a fresh perspective, is what I'm getting. Your mum Kathy is like rubbing your shins, sort of like, I feel like you get sore shins, and particularly sort of almost like where the tibia and fibula meet the knee bone, like she's rubbing those. So I don't know whether you get pains just below your knees and your shins, but she's rubbing your shins for you, Kathy. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Kathy. Do you want to ask her a specific question, Kathy? She lived with you. Okay, so she lived with you in the past 5 to 7 years, did she? In your house? Because that's where she's concerned about. Okay, she's showing me sort of like, I mean, this is obviously an established house and you're living in the house, but she's showing me sort of like, you know, when you look on, okay, all right. Oh no, it's a different Kathy. Okay, so so this is for Kathy Reed Williams. You're from Wollongong, thank you. What's she showing me, Kathy, your mum, regarding the house that she lived in with you? If that's the from the 5 to 7 years. I feel like it's years, not months. You know when you look on real estate and you look through the pictures and you look at the floor plan? She's showing me a floor plan and she's getting an eraser and rubbing it out so you can't see the walls between the separate bedrooms. You can't see it all. Like she's rubbing it all out. So it's like she's making the whole thing open living, but she doesn't like what's going on in relation to that. I'm asking her and she's a bit sort of jittery, like she's not telling me exactly what it is, but she's giving me that, and I feel like that's what's going to make sense to you. So hopefully that makes sense, Kathy Reed Williams, but that's the way she's explaining it to me, which is a little a little unusual. So it's very humid in Brisbane, and I've been drinking lots of water, but I feel like I should have drunk more water. All right. Alrighty. Oh, and also my course dates are coming out shortly. Basically March is just a very busy month for me. So Brisbane MBS this weekend, Sydney MBS 19th to 22nd. So in 2 weeks. And then we're actually doing another holiday interstate. I'm going away with my husband for 2 weeks. So I'm not available for readings in that time. So if you can't book in, that's just how it is. Even if you contact me, I'm not going to do a reading during my holiday. So I've got availability sort of a little bit of the week in between the MBSs. I think the Thursday, Friday, and then I've next available in April. So for that reason, I've delayed my online course dates till April. So I'm doing a psychic development course, a mediumship course, a sleep and wellbeing course. So that's I was a sleep scientist for 20 years, so I could talk about sleep and wellness. And I'm also doing a legal, like it's the spiritual basis of the law. So about ethically setting up a business and practicing, but also for consumers and what they would expect from a reading and what to do when things go wrong and that sort of thing. So I'm teaching those courses. The legal one I will be or the sleep and legal one I will be selective about who comes into the course. I'm not going to have big numbers, but I do want people who are receptive to learning, because I might say some things that might be unpopular, but I want you to think about things for yourself, and learn about the law and objectively learn those things as well. All right. Thank you, Margaret. Yes. Oh, Kathy, your house is open plan. Okay. All right. Hi, Margaret. Yeah, I'm doing a live once a month now rather than, once a week or twice a week. That was a bit ridiculous. But once a month is okay. And obviously during that time I update you with what I'm doing. So it's that as well. I'm wearing my Rock Set shirt. Someone came, so I had to go to Officeworks and buy a couple of chairs today, and someone came up to me and said, "Oh, you're wearing a Rock Set shirt. When did you go to the concert?" All that, started talking to me, and I said, "Oh yeah, my husband and I went." He said, "Oh, you're married? Oh, sorry, bye." I just thought that was really funny. Yeah, just a bit of a side note. Okay. Okay. Just trying to scroll down. So Morgan Simpson. I think you asked for a card, didn't you? Morgan, I just want to say catch your breath. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a bit heavy-chested. Don't know whether that's a physical thing or a like a weight on your chest. It could be an energetic thing. I just feel like, Morgan, you're on the verge of a breakthrough, and it's sort of like it's something. This almost feels a bit like a metaphor. It's like you have been working towards something and thought, can I really achieve that? Do I really deserve that? But you're just on the verge of a breakthrough, Morgan, is what I'm getting. And as I'm getting past that, I'm breathing easier. And I want you to say, Morgan, if you're feeling that heavy-chested and you're feeling burdened, say to your guides, ask them for help. So say, if it doesn't belong to me, take it away. So that's a bit interesting, but just sort of breathe through that and continue to work through it, is what I'm getting. Okay. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm just having... Okay, and if you can keep the questions, just because I literally got a text and then a messenger. If you can keep the questions to this chat, because I don't do free readings other than during this live, so I'm not gonna do a private reading. I'll do the reading during the thing. And if it's confidential and you don't want to ask, then book a reading with me. Okay. Sarah, sorry, I've got a lady with dementia that's stepped through. And I'm just feeling a bit vague with that as well. Hi, Sarah. Okay. Sarah, with your energy, I feel like there's a need. I just want to click my finger, like snap my fingers at you. I just feel the need to just take action, and it's almost like don't wait for the approval of others. Just take action. Just do it. And if you're waiting on someone to get back to you, say, well, even send them a message. Say, well, if I don't hear from you in 48 hours, and I've been waiting, 5 weeks, then I'm going to do this. And you're not included. Like it's a weird energy, Sarah. It's almost like there's just, I don't feel like people are taking advantage of you, but there's just laziness and you just need to get stuff done. Like just moving, Sarah. Thank you for that. Hi, Sue. Hi, Christy. Christy has asked, and it's jumped. Do you see me having another baby? I do, actually. I'm just getting a yes for that. Let me check with the pendulum as well. I've got pendulum. Sorry, I'll do it properly. Just checking my pendulum. Oh, Christy, have another baby. Yeah, I'm getting a yes. It's not a lot of energy in it. There's I feel like towards the end of the year or next year, there's a couple of things you have to do. Like you're going to have either get some help or do things a little bit differently. But I do see you having another baby. I just want to say not right now. I don't know why I'm seeing a stop sign, but then I'm seeing 2026, 2027 and a different energy in relation to your question. All right, thank you, Christy. All right, okay, every time I try to go down it moves. So there was it Amanda? Yeah, Amanda Mitchell. Love a card if drawn. Hi, Amanda, how you going? Beautiful smile you have. It's about this big, but getting with you patience. I want to say patience and blessings is what I'm getting with you, Amanda. I don't feel like you're a seamstress or something like that, but I feel like I just want to feel fabric between my hands, or I don't know whether you've got a beautiful sewing machine or you've grown up around that sort of thing. I almost want to sew things or have a creative day around materials just to like calm your energy is what I'm getting. And not just calm your energy, but get you clarity as well. You actually have very psychic dreams, Amanda. I feel like you have feelings of deja vu during the day, as in you have a conversation with someone and you've experienced that. So either you've dreamt that you're speaking it, or you've seen yourself having that conversation, which is amazing when you've got guidance. Your spirit guides are connecting with you when you're asleep, but it would be even better if they connect you when you're awake. And for some reason, I feel like doing the material, the sewing, or even if you don't want to sew and you're thinking that sounds ridiculous, like have a bit of material in your hand, different coloured materials in your hand, and that's going to sort of like regulate your emotions is what I'm getting. And it's going to give you that, almost like give you that clarity or the creativity and calmness that you would have when you're asleep and when you're dreaming. So bringing the psychic insight into the day. And that's what I'm going to do with the sleep and wellness course I'm teaching in April as well, teaching techniques to do that. Thank you. Oh, hi, Stephanie. I'm looking tanned, am I? It's funny, I might be tanned because I'm in Brisbane, but it's just been humid and it's just been hot. And I've recently dyed my hair. I was going to say orange. I haven't dyed my hair orange. I'm not Donald Trump. I've dyed my hair blonder, so maybe I look tan. But yeah, I think I just, like, literally my hairline peeled. I got burnt on the top of my head, so it was a bit ridiculous. But it's probably just a bit of a tan now instead of the sunburn. Oh, but thank you. I'll take that tan as a compliment. Okay, so I'm just scrolling down. Okay, so I've just read Amanda. I don't know why it I scroll down and it scrolls back up. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing, so I've done red giant. Malvina, hi. Yeah, Malvina, I'm doing mediumship classes. I was saying at the start, I've delayed my start date till April. So it'll be a bit more, because I know when I did my subscription, it was just, I think I only did 2 things on mediumship, but there was a lot to cover. But with each week, I can do different things and have practice with people as well. Oh, Morgan, you fractured your eye and wrist over the weekend. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, wow. Okay, Malvine, I couldn't see your question if you asked one because my screen keeps jumping. I don't know why, but I'm seeing you almost like putting your feet up and like retiring, or just like relaxing before you go to bed. I don't know what, like retire can be going to bed, so I don't know what that is, but there's just a need to relax. It's almost like because I know we talked, Malvina, we talked about work, but I feel like you're seeing it differently now, or you've attained something and it wasn't what you expected, or you still like the aspect of people and community, but it's like you're stepping back and you're either sitting up and working from home, or whatever that is. There's just a different pace and different perspective around your work is what I'm getting. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. So I told you around April you'll have a new job, and you've got a new job, have you? That's amazing. That's beautiful. Yeah, so for the next 3 months, Malvina, it feels like a different pace, a different perspective. It's almost like and I'm literally seeing you like in one of those really comfy recliners where you're sitting in a chair and you're putting your feet up, but you're still a part of the community, like headphones on. So I don't know what that is, but it's like working differently over the next 3 months and at your own pace is what I'm getting. Thank you, Amanda. All right. Sorry, I'm struggling to read because it's jumping as I'm doing that. So I'm not the people who I've had 3 people send me a question through 2 people send me a question through Messenger, one through text. I'm not going to answer that. I'm only going to answer it during the live. My booking link, if you want to book a reading, is calendly.com/psychic Rhonda Kelly. That's for the MBSs for Brisbane, Sydney, and for the separate one as well, the private one, sorry. But yeah, I'm just not. I've literally been up for I've been running around for about 14 hours today, so I'm not going to do, and done a couple of private readings as well, but I'm not going to do more readings tonight before the MBS. Okay, Margaret Lambert, any messages from spirit guides, any information would be truly appreciated. There's a bit of a holiday coming up for you as well, Margaret. I'm just being told that it's plus or minus 2 months. So whenever you think you're going, it's either going to be like 2 months before or 2 months after. It's like be flexible with the time is what I'm getting. I don't know whether you buy gold. It's just really weird. I'm just seeing a man's hand me a gold bullion. So I don't know what that means for you, Margaret. I know it's just an absolutely bizarre thing to see, but that's what I'm being shown. And if someone's offering you a gold bullion, take it. I mean, what is it, $5,000 an ounce or something? So it's a bullion. That's quite a lot, but that's really interesting, Margaret. It's like take the gold, but the gold could be, gold could be something equally as valuable to you, which makes sense. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, Margaret. I don't know what your husband's putting off medically, but I just feel get that checked out or get that tick. It's nothing bad, but it's just, it's not important, but just like peace of mind. So you stop having that conversation is what I'm getting. Because he's normally good, but there's something almost like, okay, a doctor said everything's fine, but check that one thing and it'll be fine. All right, thank you. Sorry, I didn't know to reply to that. Okay, no, that's right. Sorry, just had a text. I thought it was about my friend who's unwell, but no, it wasn't from her. All right, so I'm not doing cards, Bell. Oh, you're just thinking of me. Thank you today. Where's your photo taken? Is that at a concert? It looks like I went to that bagpipe AC/DC thing in Federation Square in Melbourne. It looks like that, but I can't see because it's such a small thing. Yes, I'm not doing cards, Bell. Just trying to see what your... Oh my God. I was just right there and then I just lost it. Is anything coming up for you, especially around relationship? Okay, relationship. I'm getting take it or leave it, but I feel like there's a need for a different time and pace. Not time and place, time and pace. That sounds, that's sort of, but I'm also being your guide saying time and pace are different things. So I don't know what's going on around, you seem to have you seem to have a synchronicity, but it's like the way I'm seeing it. Sorry, I'm feeling like burping as well. So there's a bit of energy to get rid of. You need to get things in the open and resolve them. What I'm seeing is, okay, I don't know if you've seen, if you look at my YouTube channel, Rhonda Kelly's Readings, I've just uploaded a presentation I did last June. And the delay was finding a software that I could use to add my slides. And it turns out it was Adobe, but I had to join a library to use it for free. Sorry, I'm getting to your reading, Belle. But what I did was, as I was moving things, not knowing, I was learning how to use it as I was using it. And I got the sound out of sync. So it was like I was in a Hong Kong cinema Bruce Lee film. I was speaking and my lips didn't match the sound. So, but what I'm seeing in terms of the relationship, you and your partner, is like the time frame of the sound doesn't match, like the actions don't match the sound. So I had to then adjust it and then fix it up. So there's a need for attention to fix up the pace is what I'm getting. So it just, and it's not even another person needs to show attention or that sort of thing. It's almost like one of you needs to stop and fix something, and then you'll be on the same page and you can sort things out, is what I'm getting, Belle. I'm not feeling like a massive amount of conflict, but it's just something there that just doesn't feel quite right, and it's getting back onto the pace, like the audio and visual matching kind of thing. That's what I'm getting with that. I hope I haven't confused you, but that's I mean, your guides communicate to me through my guides and, you know, my lived experience, and that's been something that was something I did sort of last week. Yeah, thank you, Belba. Yeah, Margaret, please let me know if someone gives you gold. That's awesome. And you know, say, hey, what about my friend Rhonda? She'll take some gold too. It's a bit, and you know, it could be that the gold bullion is something that you've always wanted. So it could be, gold could be something valuable that's, you know, emotionally valuable. But that's the way your guide showed me. So it was just, and it wasn't, they didn't do that as a, you know, cruelty, haha, you don't have a bullion of gold, but that's the way I got it. Yeah, retiring, Malvina. I have to say, Malvina, I've since I've known you, I've gone off on a tangent looking at frog videos, and they're a bit stupid. They literally get given food, like they get given food on a swab or like a finger or whatever, and they jump, they completely go in the wrong direction, or they latch onto the person's finger and forget the food. Like I don't know whether they've got poor eyesight or that sort of thing. And I think, how do you eat and hunt in the wild? Like, I don't, you know, because you're stuffing everything up. It's quite funny. Or it could be that they're just showing the most entertaining ones. Okay, thanks, Bell. That makes sense. So interesting. Know what you mean about the audio being in sync. Oh, amazing, Rhonda. Thank you. I'm going to book him with me. Thank you, Belle. I was just saying I'm free. I've got some availability next week, I think Thursday, Friday, and then I'm not available till April because I'm taking a couple of weeks in March off. Well, I can't believe it's March already. Like, we went away in October, and that feels like it was a recent holiday, but it actually wasn't. So that's, yeah, that's interesting. Hi, Amy Morrill. You'd love a message today. Yeah, Chase the Rainbow, Margaret. Amy, you're a bit difficult to read. There's a sort of like a stubbornness or a fixed energy about you. It's interesting, Amy. It's almost like, yeah, I just feel, see if you can do a bit of grounding and, you know, grounding or sort of connecting to your higher self, you know, meditation might be great for people. That's fine. But equally, it could be, you know, listening to your favourite music or wearing your favourite clothes for the day or something like that, or going and sitting in a park and reading a book. Like it's sort of, I want to, Amy, bring it back to you, like your core, what you want, what is going to raise your vibration. Like it doesn't need to be the patterns that you've been doing. Just shake it up a bit is what I feel around spiritual. And the one thing that pisses me off in this industry is when people talk about things with such definitive language. They say, this happens, your guides only want this, they want... Well, how do you know? I mean, I've read so many books on spiritual topics. I've had teachers and mentors from Australia, from the UK, and I've certainly got opinions on things, but I don't know. I'm not absolutely certain. You know, I could go to a different country, different culture, and it's different. They're fixated on something else. So don't be so fixed. But that's what I'm getting with your energy, Amy. There's a bit of a fixation on something or how you need to do a spiritual practice, but you don't actually need that. I've got a lady in spirit for you as well, Amy. She had such a difficult life. She's talking about her. I feel like this is a grandmother or great grandmother. She had a bit of a speech impediment. She would talk quickly and she'd say like 1, 2, 3, and great. She'd pronounce her R's with W, like great, like free, like she couldn't pronounce H kind of thing or R. She's talking about her family, her siblings, and her kids being fractured, like being people in 3 different places. So I don't feel she was a refugee, Amy, but it's almost like people are off doing service at a war or something like that. So her heart broke because people were in different places and she couldn't hear. There was no mobile phone, she couldn't hear from them. So she's just acknowledging that it was difficult not having her loved ones around her, Amy. But she's saying that's not an issue in your life, but it's almost like, Amy, you're feeling like you're alone, or you're feeling like people are separate from you, but it's not. So it's interesting that this lady's come through, because I don't even know that you crossed over in this lifetime. I don't feel that you did, but I feel like you heard stories of her, and I feel like she's been sort of stepped in as one of your guides and helped you in your life, because she sees a sort of a similar resonance, a similar energy of you to her. But I also feel like she is saying your life's actually pretty good. It's pretty. Don't focus on what you haven't got, because you've actually got all of the things that would have made her happy, is what she's saying. And I feel like you can hear her. This is almost like I don't know whether she collected bells or something like that, but I want to say there's, sorry, as I just looked, it looked like my eyes changed colour. She had brown eyes because my eyes just went brown. I feel like you can hear a ringing of bells. Like it's almost like she had little bells, tiny little bells that had like one tiny little bell inside the small bell, and almost like a little doily skirt around the bell, and she would sort of ring them. And she liked the sound that it made when some of the doilies were a bit longer and sort of went into the bell, because it would ring and then it would sort of have like a thud, like if you have a bell, you know, dangling on porcelain and then it touches a cloth instead of the porcelain, it's like a duller thud. So I feel like you can actually hear that, Amy. Oh, makes sense. Thank you, Amy. Beautiful. Yeah, Malvina, I am a frog lover. I'll have to send you a photo of, please don't share it because it's copyright. I brought an art piece that we've got in our, I feel like it's your nan's mum, Amy. It's basically a frog in his underpants hanging up his little frog socks and gloves, and they've got the little, like the long things from the little frog whatever their fingers are called, suction fingers. And he's standing in his red underpants and he's looking all nervous because someone is there, like someone drawing a picture of him. It's just so cute. It's just, we've just got it in our bathroom / laundry kind of thing. Okay, Renee. Can you see me getting rights to sell a product that I'm trying to sell in my new business? Oh, there's a lot of effort and stuff that's gone to that. I'm just checking with my pendulum, Renee, because this has been a long time coming. I feel like you've done everything you could do. Yeah, I feel like you will. It does need to be wrapped up, though, in the next sort of 6 weeks, 2 months. And obviously I'm not giving you legal advice, Renee, but I feel like you know, if you've contacted lawyers or you've applied for things or you haven't heard of the status, like follow them up. I'd like, whether you write an email or what you need to do, just follow everything up is what I'm getting. So it just feels like wrap it up. If you wrap it up sooner rather than later, it's going to just be quicker and you won't have to think about it. But I actually feel like you will get the rights to sell the product. I don't know what RSS is. Yeah, but I feel like you will. I feel like you've actually done everything you can up until that point. Thank you for that. All right, so just scrolling. Okay. Yeah, so as you know, I'm at the Brisbane MBS this weekend. Sydney MBS on the 19th to the 22nd. So Brisbane MBS, I've already taken bookings. I'm at B13. I'm on the stand by myself. Sydney, I'm sharing the stand with Tinkerbell, an amazing psychic and medium. And she also can read animals as well. She always has really groovy cards as well. So we'll have probably different cards to each other. We've got a couple of specials for Sydney. We've got the mates rates. So if 2 people book and pay together for a reading with Tinker and myself, it saves $20. Or we've got a spoil yourself special where for Sydney, if you book if you book a reading for yourself with Tinker and with me, so 2 readings, you also get $20 off. Also, with my show in Sydney in May for the Comedy Festival, if you book a reading with me, then you go into the draw to win a ticket for that. So tickets are valued at $35. So that's what I've got coming up. And then April the 12th, I'll be in Echuca in Western Victoria. All right. Hi, Jessica. I'm just feeling on the other side, Jessica, there's just a reunion. I'm not getting anything more than that, Jessica. I'm just feeling like there's a reunion, there's like an excitement, and it is my belief is when someone is born here, the spirit world are sad because they've said goodbye to a soul. Well, for now they've said goodbye, and we're excited, we're saying hello to a new soul. But similarly, when someone passes here, we are sad, but the spirit world are happy because they're welcoming a soul home. So that's my belief. That's the way I like to look at it. You know, that makes grief a bit easier for me. Okay, Shauna, something about will you give birth? Sorry, I'm trying to read it. The screen's jumping. And I'm wearing my old glasses as well. Shauna, if you want to repeat the question, just post it back down. Because if I haven't read you, if you can just post it at the back, because I can't see what's going on. Hi, Tinker, how you going? I mentioned the Sydney MBS. Any messages for you? Yeah, just keep purging, baby. Just get rid of shit you don't need. Even stuff. I don't know why I'm seeing. I don't think I've ever told you this, Tinker. I have. I don't know what it's called. It's got a name, but whenever not whenever, like as a kid, I used to look in curtains and see faces. But I was also medium and just saw people as well. I remember, I don't know why, but I was thinking of this today, Tink. I was thinking of when you had the horseshoe and you saw the lights flickering and you got the spirit communication. For some reason, I'm seeing you, like, lying in bed, not sounding creepy, like lying in bed looking up at the ceiling. I don't know what's just, it's almost like the ceiling is, or lying on something soft. It might be a couch, and it's like some of the ceiling is that way and some's that way. Like it's almost like it's not a flat ceiling. There's different bits to it. It's kind of like you looking at the ceiling and seeing faces. But I'm seeing the faces flash like the way you saw lights. So there's something interesting about your clairvoyance changing. Your mediumship's changing as well. And it's almost like the flashing is sort of like a Morse code or a communication for you. Which is a bit... Yeah, purge has been phenomenal. That's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, with your pa. So, because I had a lady step through as well, with him. The lady connected to your pa, did she have like a... Oh God, I'm getting weird messages tonight. You know that HBA commercial of the kid that says, a great big crocodile came out from the bathtub and he ripped my whole guts out. I'm seeing that sort of thing, almost like she had, like at the side, almost like the one side was, oh, you do, beautiful. Okay, so you've got it too. Not palindrome, what's it called? I don't know, it's got a name, it starts with P and it's long, but I've been running around like a blue-ass fly today, so I can't think of it. Sorry, the lady connected to your pa, she's showing me like one side of her face being, one side of her face, oh my God, one side of her stomach being like almost like everything's okay in that part, but this one, it's like, it's either there was a hemorrhage or a sudden thing where things shifted around inside her body. So that's just a bit... I don't know what she's showing me, but she's... and she's talking about you as well. In you've like with your physical change within your body, there's been an energetic shift, which is amazing. But she also is saying that something wasn't right medically that had happened for a while, but there was a sudden like purge. So any sort of purges that you get emotionally affect you physically as well. Okay, and she gave me a beautiful message as well. I remember telling you the message I got on Monday. It was basically that one as well. Oh wow, Malvina had a large jaw-like jagged frame with beautiful colours at the end of my bed for at least 15 minutes. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, absolutely loving spirit. Beautiful. Stephanie, yes, you will travel overseas. For some reason, it's like July, August this year or next year. It's like, you just flip a coin of whether it's this year or next year. Shani, will you give birth before or after your due date? Let me check the pendulum with that. Okay, will you give birth before your due date? No, I don't feel like you will. I want to say 2 to 3 days after your due date is what I'm getting. You're going to be really, Shiana, It's almost like you're going to be a kid with ADHD when you're, and it's like, no, I don't want to sit down. And then when you sit down, you give birth. Jay, I do see your messages. Tinker, when she passed, she had a fall. My body has been amazing since I had surgery. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, Jaya, let me have a look at your... Kindly read your energy all over the place with your health and emotions. You're very anxious, Jaya. Like you're busy, but there's a lot of family pressure on you, like from above, like ages younger and older. I don't know whether you, like, there's an obligation to share money or share resources as well. There's just, it's like, what about me? I feel like, see if you can have a couple of days just to yourself. Like, even, switch your phone off. And spend your own money. I don't know why, but I just feel like just have day to yourself. So if you want to watch TV all day, or if you want to spend a whole day in a botanical gardens or something like that, I'm just feeling like you don't even know what you want or where you want to spend your energy. Your health, I feel like your anxiety is affecting your health as well, and obviously not giving a medical reason. I'm not a medical doctor, because as I'm tuning into you, I just feel like my whole legs are painful. My arms feel heavy. And my head's pounding. So you've got you're taking on your own stuff, but also stuff from other people as well. So that's exhausting. So I just feel like have some time to yourself. And if you can't do that, then get help in order to do that, is what I'm getting. Because you're not sleeping, you're eating okay, but it's like even when you eat, you're so anxious, the nutrients aren't being absorbed, is what I'm getting. Thank you, Jaya. Yeah, beautiful. That's exactly right. Thank you, Tinker. So yeah, I've just had Tinker confirm 2 to 3 days late too. It's the moment when you're allowed Bob to arrive, you're ready. They are ready, it will happen very quickly. Yeah, after Shauna. It just feels like you're just going to be like, no, I've got shit to do, I've got this kind of thing. And then you do stuff, and then you're just like, oh, I'm going to sit down now. And then just a shift of energy is what I'm getting. Oh, thank you, Jaya. Is it possible, Jaya, to have a day or two to yourself? Are you able to do that, Jaya? Because I feel like you can't afford not to do it. And it is tough, because I feel like everyone around you has that expectation on you, Jaya, and whether it's a cultural thing or a family thing or whatever it is, but it's just exhausting. If you're going on an office trip, okay, please try to have some time to yourself, even if it's, okay, I've got a headache, I'm not coming in this morning, and sleep or something. Just to escape. But you're listening to your guides to do that. There are support networks around that you can talk to get a different perspective. That's important as well. Don't think I did read you, Renee. Did you have a question? If you want to post your question. Yeah, so guys, Brisbane MBS this weekend, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 6, Friday, Saturday, 9 to 5, Sunday, 19th to the 22nd, Sydney MBS. So that one is actually 10 to 7 and then 10 to 6 on Sunday. And then Echuca on April the 12th, Sunday, April the 12th. I'm giving a talk at 10:30, doing audience readings. And then what am I doing? May 10th I think 13th, 14th. So I've got 3 shows for the Sydney Comedy Festival. And there's an event called Comedians and Psychics Crossing Over. So please share the event, invite your friends that are in Sydney, even if you're not. That would be appreciated. Oh, okay, Amy, I'll get to you. Renee, are we on the right track with the boys? Okay, I've just had... Okay, someone's just requested to participate. I'm not going to accept it because I don't know what that means. Okay, Renee. I feel you are, but I feel like it needs tweaking. It's like you've come a long way, just that little bit further is what I'm getting. Okay, I don't know why, but I just suddenly felt like I was going to fall off my chair. I've not got the most comfortable chair. It's a bit strange. I just had pain. You know, if you sort of like if you imagine that's my toes and that's my ankle, I just had pain here, like on the bones, metacarpal or metatarpal. I think it's metacarpal is feet. I just had pain in my left foot and the bone, so I don't know what is going on with the boys. With one of the boys is what I'm getting. Yeah, I feel like you need to. I'm getting a yes on my pendulum. I feel like you are on the right track. I feel like you've come a long way. I don't know what the pain in the left foot bones means to you. It kind of feels like is one of your sons a medium? I don't know why, but I feel like one of your sons is a medium. And as I've said that, the pain's gone. So it might be that he's empathic and he can pick up on the pain in spirit. So I don't know whether you think there's a mental illness or there's something going on because he's hearing voices or something. I mean, that you could take him to a spiritualist church or something like that where there's sort of where he's around mediums and there might be someone that he resonates with. I mean, obviously not giving him medical advice, but there's something around a connectivity through that pain in the foot is what I'm getting. Thank you for that. Amy, I've been so unwell the past couple of weeks and getting nervous. I'll never get better or have answers. I want to say get another opinion. It just feels like I just felt sick, Amy. I just felt like a reflux sort of energy with you. So there's something going on with your body being, I feel, too acidic. You need to increase the pH, so make it a bit more alkaline. So, you know, a chemist could probably help with that. So that's what I felt, and I just felt almost like a fibromyalgia, like I'm on if I touch something, and if I touch my hands together, I had got like shoots of pain. So, and I also feel as well with that, Amy, it's like when you sit down, you know when you get probably TMI, guys, if you're sensitive, close your ears, talk amongst yourselves. You know when you get occasionally like really bad period pain and it sort of feels like the sciatic, like you get a shooting thing, and you know probably happens like twice a year, but it's like, oh my god, what the hell was that? I'm sort of getting a sense of like that when I go to touch things. So there's definitely a nervous, like I feel like your nerves are reaching their target, but there's too much feedback. Like you're getting, I feel like do something to, not hide it, just do something to buffer that is what I'm getting. So that's what I'm feeling with you medically, and obviously not giving medical advice. Yeah, so you feel really sick. There's something, see if you can do a, just relate, when I used to do sleep studies on patients, I would monitor their carbon dioxide levels. So when you breathe, like if you hold your breath, your drive to breathe is to release carbon dioxide, not taking oxygen. So that's, everyone knows that, but there's problems when that's reversed. We used to monitor for sleep studies for children. We'd monitor end tidal carbon dioxide in the cannula up the nose. But adults and children, you can monitor it transcutaneously, so you can monitor it through the skin. And we used to calibrate the machine by doing arterial blood gases. So it's like they do a test. It's like a blood test, but it's in the artery. So see if you can do, Amy. I mean, I'm obviously not giving medical advice. I'm just relating to what I'm feeling and how you can approach it differently. I feel like go to a respiratory doctor or something like that and ask to have your arterial blood gases tested. And yeah, I feel like test the level of acidity and pH in your body. I feel like that's going to help with that reflux, feeling sick, is what I'm getting. It's interesting. I don't feel faint as I'm tuning in. I don't know why, because I have low blood pressure, so I normally feel that, but I'm not feeling that. I understand you need to continue to work, but to stop and get a medical assessment and a checkup for that's not a bad thing. So I feel like go to your doctor and say, look, can I check my pH in my body? Because something's making me feel sick. And I feel like when you're feeling faint, it's your body's, it's like, I don't know whether it affects your heart or it's like your body's way of like, I'm in shock kind of thing. I feel dizzy. So that's what I'm getting, Amy. I feel like get a second opinion, ask for your pH to be checked, and just, and whether it's even a specialist looking at your stomach, your gut health, or that sort of thing. I just feel like you've got to just fine-tune it a bit, is what I'm getting. And just stay, like, if the doctor says, okay, well, we'll check this, actually go and do all those things, and then you've got the answer. Thank you. Hey, Teresa, how you going? Hi, Judy. Likewise, Jody, nice to see you. All right, so I've been on for just over an hour now. Probably do 2 more. Kathy Brown, my son's book, what's your feeling on its success? I feel good about it, actually. The success will grow. It'll feel a bit sort of gradual, and then it'll just... And he'll be... he's going to write other books as well. Sam Brooks, Queensland. Where do I see that? I do see you going to Queensland, if that was the question. Am I going to Queensland? Sorry, I'm just looking for Sam's. Hello, Rhonda Lichtenstead. Can you tell me what to expect on holidays to Queensland? Okay. I want to say expect the unexpected. I'm getting with that, Sam. Just ask, like, almost like if there's something, if you go and your hotel is overlooking a roof, ask if you can have a better room. Like, just ask for an upgrade. You know, they can only say no. I just feel just ask. There's a need just to sort of ask and you receive, like allow yourself to receive. I'm just tasting beautiful fruit. I don't know whether you just, when you go to Queensland, you just have beautiful fruit salads and things like that. I feel like you'll enjoy the food as well. Yeah, I don't feel anything bad. It feels like a bit of a strange question. I just feel don't be too planned on your holiday. Expect the unexpected. Almost like have one day where you're going to do something and another day where it's, okay, so when we did that, we heard of some other thing, so we did that. Beautiful. Thank you, Sam. Oh, Jody. Well, okay, your father-in-law's just passed and you were with him when it happened. Yeah, he's definitely okay. Yeah, definitely okay. And you know, it's interesting, the soul can split and, you know, visit different people. He's just acknowledging that there was someone that felt they shouldn't have been there or just didn't feel right about going, but he's acknowledging that it's okay, he's okay. he was okay with him. That's what he's saying. Teresa, yes, so you just joined. So I'm just finishing up shortly because I've been online for more than an hour. But yeah, I'm doing, thank you, Jody. So thank you, Sam. Enjoy Queensland. So my booking link is www.calendly.com/Psychic Rhonda Kelly. You'll see that on my Facebook page. So Teresa, I'm at B13 at the Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival. So starting tomorrow to 9 till 6, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 5. So yeah, I'm in Brisbane. Sydney 2 weeks after that, the 19th to 22nd. Then Echuca on April the 12th, giving a talk at 10:30. And then May the 10th, May the, I think, 14th, 15th. So there's 3 dates in May starting on the 10th. I'll be at the Fusebox Factory in Marrickville. It's a big stage. My biggest stage, actually. So I'll be there for the Sydney Comedy Festival in a show called Comedians and Psychics Crossing Over. So I've invited Florence King to be a part of that as well. Tickets are only $35. If you book a reading with me in Sydney, you've got a chance of winning that as well. So that's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Malvina. So thank you so much for your patience in me coming on tonight, because I've been just doing things in Brisbane all day. Oh, Saturday, beautiful. Yeah, B13, Teresa, I'd love to see you. That's awesome. And hopefully you've been doing your psychometry and things. So I will, after Brisbane, do my post. I've got course dates online starting in April. I'm just having a break March, so I've delayed that a bit. But I'm teaching about sleep, wellness, and spirituality, and the law and spirituality. I'm also doing psychic development and mediumship as well. So you can hear about that. That's online. All right, thank you so much, guys. See you around. Bye.